This tutorial is about how to create 2D fillets, rounds, and chamfers in the sketch mode. So let's begin. First we're going to create a line. We need to create a shape. You can use to create these fillets, rounds, and chamfers. I'm going to make sort of shape. Okay. So once I've got my shape, please note that I have at least one internal point of intersection where we're going to create a fillet, and I have others where we can either create chamfers or rounds on these external intersecting points. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So in order to do any of this work, we're going to go into the draw section here and go to fillet. Okay. Now this will change whether or not we click on chamfer or fillet. Okay, so it sticks to the last feature you used. Let's start with fillet though. Let's put in 4.125. Right. Do not click enter, but go about trying to identify where you'd like to place the fillet. So as we know, internal intersecting points are create a fillet. So we have one, so let's make that have a radius or a fillet of 0.125. Okay. And that's pretty easy, right? Now if we want to create a round on an external point, we can do the same thing. Identify the location where I'd like to create it. 2 lines. Take that away. Okay. And again, if I'd like to adjust the size of that round, I can change that to 0.2. This is easily, and again, I can adjust the size of that round. Okay. I can also later come in and redimension that radius to whatever size I'd like. So it gives us some options to play with. The other thing we can do is within this space, instead of fillet, with the drop down, we can do a chamfer. Okay. So one of 3 methods defines a chamfer. So we get equidistant, 2 distance, and distance and angle. So let's take a look at those. Equidistance, okay, 2 distances, or distance and angle. Okay. Those are the things that make up a chamfer. Generally speaking, do equidistance for this one. Just see what it looks like. So if I'm going to do that, again, I'm going to identify where this is going to be, and I'm giving it a distance of 0.125 both for a rise and a run. So if we look at this, and I choose these 2 sides, it now gives me a rise of 0.125 and a run of 0.125. Maybe in the bottom one, though, we want to adjust that. We want to adjust that to 2 different distances. So I can do that. So distance 1 versus distance 2. Okay, so I could make those distances change here. Change that to 0.25. Let's see what that looks like. So as I click on these 2, notice now that my run has changed. My rise has stayed the same. So distance 1 is the rise, distance 2 is the run, I can assume. All right. And again, I could give it an angle between 2 lines, 45 degrees, and a distance. Okay, particular distance. And I can adjust this sketch. You can see that these lines change position since there are no constraints that are holding them into a particular location. And so it gets a little weird there, but for the sake of this tutorial, I think we've covered everything. Good luck.